All right, Kristen. Now hear me out.
Listening.
Which superhero would make the best football player? But like, obviously, kind of like they're playing against other supers. There's not just like Superman, quarterback against the Jets defense or something.
Just any superhero?
Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna go with
like if they're playing against other supers,
a sleeper. I'm gonna say Phoenix.
I forgot her powers. Elaborate.
Huh?
I forgot exactly what it does.
Well, I'm gonna say I don't know if I should say Phoenix or Jean Grey. Let me just say Jean Grey because she's the Phoenix.
Yeah.
But her telekinesis power, or her telekinesis is like ridiculously. She's like ridiculous. She's like damn near the strongest person. I don't know. I just feel like if you can control people to do whatever the fuck you want, it's kind of hard not to win. Unless you're like Magneto. But I think even she found a way to get around Magneto too. So
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying because it's hard not to counter that. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean,
the only person who was able to beat her was freaking Wolverine for some reason, but I think that was just plot armor in that movie because I don't think he should actually be able to kill her.
Yeah,
and she actually wanted him to kill her in a way. It was like weird.
Yeah, bro, I gotta watch all those X-Men again. It's like a million, all out of order and shit.
Yeah, but I was gonna say probably like Superman because obviously speed of sound,
speed, strength.
We gonna be Batman?
No, I mean I don't know.
Batman would think about this situation before.
I mean, Superman's a logical choice. He's got actual powers and shit.
Or what's his name? What's the guy from Invincible? You ever watched Invincible?
No, I didn't.
No, well, he's like Superman, but like crazy evil almost. He's like good and evil. It's weird.
Shit, what about Thanos with the 6 Infinity Stones?
Does he have the 6 Infinity Stones? Is the question.
Nah, that'd be unfair.
Well, first of all, like that's
game over.
Is that even a superpower?
Not true, I guess. I mean,
I feel like you have to be at your base form. You can't have attributes.
Okay, so base form. He's strong, but he's not. I mean, he's not gonna compete against, fast speed and shit.
Yeah, no, I think the Flash can take him.
So what would Iron Man's base form be? Just Tony Stark.
Just Tony Stark. Well, no, he's Iron Man, so you have to give him an Iron Man suit.
Can he call his backup suits?
Sure, you can give him the most supreme form of his suit that he has.
Instant kill mode, whatever.
The instant kill for Spider-Man.
Yeah. Let's see. He wouldn't be. I don't know.
But would he be able to beat Superman?
No.
The only thing beating Superman is kryptonite.
What about Batman?
He's gonna have. I still don't understand how he acquired that rock from that planet.
The black market, bro. eBay.
Right. The black market. Can I buy some kryptonite? I have a superhero to beat.
I mean, Spider-Man would be a good wide receiver, I guess.
He would be horrible.
It'd be hard to tackle.
I don't know. He's too goofy, bro. I feel like it'd be easy. Which Spider-Man we talking about? We talking about Tobey Maguire? We talking about
Andrew Garfield?
Andrew Garfield.
We'll go Andrew. I feel like he's the most athletic out of them three, right?
I guess. Well, is he? I don't think he's more athletic than what's the newest one?
Tom. Oh, Tom
Holland.
He got the
He has to be the more athletic one. But anyways, are you picking Spider-Man?
I'm trying to figure out who I want to pick. Shit.
I would say Superman, but if you guys know about Jean Grey, then I would say Jean Grey.
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler, I'm dead.
Teleport.
He's just teleport. It's pretty OP.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to argue.
Jean Grey, and then you just control him. Magneto.
Professor Xavier he can get into people's minds and shit.
But he's not stronger than Jean.
Oh, what about what's her name? Wanda.
Wanda is good. That's a good one.
What's that?
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. I was getting Black Widow and her mixed up.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. Scarlet Witch. Yeah, there you go.
Scarlet Witch is actually a really good choice. She's a beast. I still don't think she'll be Jean Grey, but you know. Jean Grey she's OP, bro. She's OP.
I'm just imagining like people going to the games like, bruh, it's over already.
Make people score against themselves.
For real.
Nah, but Scarlet Witch is actually a really legit. Like that's a good pick.
What about Doctor Strange with the time stone?
Time stone.
If he actually uses that hoe.
He said there's 101 ways we could lose this game.
What
about wins? There's a couple. There's this many.
And one of y'all has to die for us to win. No, but I'm gonna stick with my answer, Scarlet Witch.
Okay, so I'm gonna stick with mine, Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Or Superman.
Or
yeah, because if you don't know who Jean Grey is, then Superman. Everybody knows Superman is.
Yes, I'll let you slide with that one.
Jean Grey is first for sure, but then I'm gonna say or Superman.
Okay, well I'm sticking with Scarlet Witch or Wanda.
It's like who I'm gonna use. It's like I'm just gonna have some kryptonite.
But yeah, let us know what you guys think. Who you would want on your football team if you were the manager, or whatever.
Pretty sure somebody we forgot about. That's
Yeah.
super strong as hell.
Right.
Oh, that one superhero on X-Men that was like his superpower was to be able to adapt to anything.
Oh.
And he was supposed to be like the strongest mutant out there, but then he died.
Magneto killed him, right? Or some shit.
Well, I can't remember who killed him. I think Magneto. Somebody killed him. No, it wasn't Magneto.
It was the one with the they were younger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like they did something to him to where like he had to keep adapting, and he adapted so much he died to like the universe. And supposedly he's like not technically dead. He's just in the universe somewhere. I don't know.
That's fucked up. Thinking about it.
They was like, X-Men is crazy when they killed the one person who's not killable.
Right.
But yes, let us know what you think down below. I'm pretty sure you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. If you know the name, let me know. Drop it down in the comments. Troy, more than likely that's you. You knowing everything for some fucking reason. But other than that, you ready to get the podcast started?
Let's do this.
All right, getting the podcast started in 3, 2, 1. What up, everybody? This is your boy Chris.
This is Vic,
and welcome to Now Hear Me Out. This is episode 1. This is episode number 106, and welcome to the podcast. If you listen to this now, make sure you click on that like, subscribe button, click on that bell notification so every time we post, you get notified. All right, Vic, we're in person.
We are.
We haven't been in person in like forever.
I can touch you.
That's a little weird. Hey, yes, you can touch me. But what's going on, man? How's things going?
It's been pretty chill.
That's cool. All right, so I'm just go ahead.
We over the weekend we had a birthday party we attended. It was at a trampoline park. So it was fun taking Ava there. She really loved it. Like anyone who knows Ava, she likes to hop a lot for whatever reason. I didn't know that. Well, yes, you don't. I'm just No, yeah, she likes hopping. And like, if you ever go around her and you say like "hop, little bunny," she'll like stop hopping.
Okay.
So we took her to the trampoline park because that's where the party was at, and she had a blast. She was hopping on her own. She did not want to hop with me. I tried to hold her and kind of hop.
I wouldn't want to hop with you either.
And she's like, "No, let me down." And it was interesting because obviously she's less than 2, and they got a whole bunch of like kids, all different ages, like running around. So I was a little like anxious, like I don't know if I was gonna have to push over a kid or something. But she definitely had a good time. It was hard trying to get her to leave, like trying to figure out like, oh hey, we gotta go, like she was the biggest tantrum I've seen her have.
Mm-mm.
But I'm glad she had fun. So
That's always good.
let's see. And also I think Saturday I went out garage selling with my parents. So that's always nice to do. I like going with my mom. Well, it's usually with my mom. My dad was there this time, but I like going with my mom because I know she likes doing that. And that's part of the reason I became like a reseller, just because when we were younger, we used to go to garage sales a lot. So I like spending that time with my mom because, like, I'm trying to hustle, but also spending quality time with my mom. So.
Okay.
But besides that, that's all really updates I have. What you got?
Man, I have a hell of an update. Well, first of all, this weekend was pretty cool. I guess it was pretty chill. Well, was it chill? I know Sunday we had our softball game, which we lost, unfortunately. Which was weird because we were sticking with them at the very beginning, and then they just took off on us. But to be fair, it's a team that plays literally every season, every year. So there's that. Saturday, I want to say yes. So Saturday, Kayla went to um she went to this she had like a little function going on that was at a church. Well, it was at the Texas Ranger Stadium, but it was like, it's called Women's Evolve, and it was like a whole church event thing going on. And that thing lasted from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It was a 3-day long event. So on Saturday, she was still at that event again. I went to go see my godson play his football. He won. So,
nice.
So that was good. And then today. Okay, so the biggest update today is that happened today. So I was gonna get my hair done, as you can see. I got my hair done, and was driving home. Noticed that my air in my tire was going down crazy fast, and I was like, "Oh, it's just a flat. Hopefully, it's just a flat." So then let me just look up the nearest AutoZone, just get some fix a flat, and be on my way home. Get some fix a flat. It did nothing. So get fix a flat. It tells you to drive around for a little bit, and then refill your tire up. It's supposed to fill up by itself technically. Did that. Nothing happened. I'm like, as I start filling up my tire, and then I can hear the air coming out, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" I'm like, so I hear it, and I'm like filling on my tire to like see where the hole is, and it's a big ass hole, so I can feel the air just. I'm like, "Fuck, okay." And then I feel like on the back side of my tire, and it's like I can feel the tear. I don't know if you ever had like a really really bad tire where it has like the wires coming out of it.
Oh yeah.
So that was coming out, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" So I was like, "Oh yeah, it's time to change this." So I go in my car, and usually I have my jack and my like equipment to get that stuff off really quick. Not this time. I had just the regular jack that comes with the car, and so I was like, "Okay, well, I'm at AutoZone. AutoZone has a whole like, loan. They loan tools to you." So I'm like, of course they gotta have a jack. They gotta have a jack. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person coming here with with the busted tire. Go to them. Do you have a jack? No. Okay. I'm like, well, I was like, well, I had the piece to turn my tire. I didn't have the right piece, but I had a wrench to turn my tire, but I didn't have the right attachment to it. I was like, well, do you have tools? They're like, no, we don't have tools. I'm like, what the hell you have? I was like, so I had to go buy the tool that I needed, just a little attachment, which I have all that stuff at home, but I had to do it just for this
that's always
one
the
occasion.
worst.
So, ended up spending like $30, 35 bucks at freaking AutoZone trying to just get pieces to change the tire. And I'm so it upset me because I have the stuff at home, and that's the most upsetting stuff. Is like, dang, like when you need the stuff, you don't have it. And I'm all the way like 40-50 minutes away from home. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to do the hard way and crank this bitch up slowly. And I get get the tire off, put it back on, put the spare on, all that good stuff. Filled it up. It was weird because I filled up the um the spare tire, and you know that the spare tire actually needs more air than your regular tire.
I didn't know that.
It's weird. Like if you look at your door jamb, it tells you all the information you need for like filling up your tires, like the PSI and stuff like that. It uses like the full amount of PSI, so it's like 60 PSI to fill it up, which feels like it's too much air.
That feels like a lot of air.
That's a lot of air compared to like your regular 33, 40. And I was like, dang, okay, well, I'm not gonna fill it all the way to 60, but I fill it up to like 54. Because that's technically 60 on a cold day. When it's hot, obviously your tires expand and all that good
yeah.
stuff. So I'm like, okay, I put on 54 and, drove home. Luckily, no issues. But as I was driving home, I had thought to myself, I was like, fuck, you know what I forgot? Bro, I forgot to tighten my fucking bolts on my tire.
Bruh.
So I tightened them enough before I dropped it because obviously you have to tighten them before you drop the car. But I never tightened them after I dropped the car. And I was like, fuck, we just going to wing it. Hopefully, to make it. I tell myself so many times, like, just pull over, tighten it, and then come, just drive all the way back home. No, did I do that? No,
bro. You're like one of those people
I
you see
took a risk.
driving with a
the
with
nah, but when I got home, I was like, well, let me just see how like loose they are. And there was one that was like really, really loose, but the other one's really pretty tight for the most part. But I just went ahead and just tightened it. So whenever I change the tire tomorrow, I get that other tire replaced, then we should be good.
Bro, that's like one of my biggest fears is like getting a blowout, like on the highway and shit.
I never had an actual blowout.
Me neither. I'm just like, I'm afraid of it, honestly. Like,
it's a scary thing.
I know.
And then and when I was outside changing, this all had to happen at the worst time, right? It started raining.
I would say I knew rain was in the forecast.
Yeah, so it was like raining. I'm outside. I'm like upset because I'm like, it's raining. I'm trying to freaking fill up tires, change tires. I'm like, this had to be the one time for this to happen. It hasn't been raining like literally like all week, and then all of a sudden it wants to start raining the time I had to change my tire. I was so upset, but I was like, fuck it, I had to do what I had to do. So did that. Showed up home. I showed up like 3-4 hours later than I usually do. But yeah, it was a journey. It was a trip. But hey, we're here today. We're here now.
And he's still gonna record the podcast for you guys.
Yeah.
So
don't ever say I don't do nothing for y'all. But that was my week.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Oh, I don't know how much you want to talk about the Cowboys, but the Cowboys won.
Yes, they did. That's what I was forgetting.
I low-key forgot to mention it too, but no.
Cowboys won. They beat the Jets 30-10, and great game.
It was an amazing game. Like,
that defense is gonna be one of the hardest defenses we play. So
I know, despite that one play, he got it. He can't win them all.
Okay. Yeah. There's a couple plays, obviously, that could have been better, but he had almost a damn near perfect game. He threw a couple over the head that should have been touchdown type shit. But
oh yeah, and we low-key just hit a lot of field goals, which I'm like, part of me is like, oh, it is the Jets defense. Part of me is like, probably should capitalize a little more on that.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. Our red zone is still really bad.
Yeah.
When we get to the red zone, we don't have a problem getting into the red zone. Once we get there, we don't know how to score, and it's like, unless a tight end gets open for some reason, we can't score. And it's weird.
Yeah, because the running backs we really have, they're not like,
big people,
goal line running backs.
So don't be wrong, Pollard, he still got 2.
He did get 2 last week.
So last week he did he this week?
I don't think so.
I know tight end he got 1.
Yeah, both tight ends got 1.
Okay, yeah, both tight ends got 1, and then
maybe it was.
I thought he got 1 too.
Oh, he probably did.
Yeah. I seen that they. So last week, I was talking to Vic about Deuce Vaughn, and I was like, "Bro, they're not playing Deuce Vaughn. He's RB3, and I'm not." I was like, "Watch, he's gonna be on waiver wire." Bro, I was not playing. That man was on waiver wire, and guess what they did this week? They made that nigga RB2, and I was like, "Y'all bitches." But it's funny because Vic warned me about that. He's like, "Bro, it's just the first week. Don't overreact." I was like, "Nah, fuck that. If he ain't playing, he ain't playing." But granted, he didn't get too much.
Yeah, he didn't get that much.
But like he got more playing time for sure. But yeah, no, I don't know if he's still on the waiver. I'm pretty sure he's still on the waiver.
Yeah, he's still on the waiver. As soon as I saw him, bro, I was like, I wonder what Christian's thinking right now. Leslie told me the other day, like last week on the first season, she likes seeing what you post on Facebook about the Cowboys.
Oh.
She always finds it funny.
What I post?
Yeah.
I don't post too often.
I know. I guess it was like last year in the playoffs when you posted, probably. Because it's a more important game. But she likes that. So.
I can't remember what I posted. I probably posted something just. I don't want to hear it.
I always there. Kellen Moore needs to get.
mean, I'm still seeing these posts. Like, there's one particular person, and I'm pretty sure you see him all the time on Facebook, bro, who always says something about the Cowboys. He's a Patriots fan, and he's always like, he talks about our team more than he talks about his own team.
Oh, is it
Yes, him. And yes. So every time I see him, I want to say something so bad, but I'm like, it ain't worth it because this team is playing like trash. Mac Jones is playing like trash.
Shit, we play him like 2 weeks. So
Easy dub.
easy though.
Without Tom Brady, they're nothing. Even Tampa Bay is looking a lot better. I don't even know who the quarterback is.
Baker Mayfield.
Oh yeah, Baker Mayfield. Who's the quarterback for Panthers?
Bryce Young.
Yeah,
He's a rookie.
Yeah, so I don't really know who that is.
First overall pick, bro.
That's cool. There's a couple of quarterbacks I've seen, and I was just like, who is this guy? Like Texans. Who's Texans?
CJ Strode. Also, like second pick, I think. Apparently, people are saying he's gonna be pretty good.
Nobody.
The quarterback I like, the rookie one, was Anthony Richardson for the Colts. I don't know if you saw that, but
I don't know him either. Nobody. You know who's looking good right now though? Jordan Love. Jordan Love's looking pretty good.
Besides that one play.
Well, yeah, you can't win them all, but he's still. Hey, look, he's on my bench making great points.
Yeah.
So,
you know who's not looking good? Justin Fields.
I'm sorry.
I think that Arizona. You don't know this?
I don't have him.
I know, but I'm just saying. Like, I think
I like him.
Do you know who he is? Right?
I know who Justin Fields is.
I feel like people are saying like it's his era is over.
It just started. Justin Fields is not on the field. But to be fair, who all does the Bears have?
Chase Claypool.
He was
DJ
barely.
Moore.
There were barely somebody in their old team.
Yeah, I know.
Chase Claypool had like such a big name around him because he was like he was gonna be that guy, and then he wasn't.
Yeah, apparently
DJ Moore was never that guy because he was with the Panthers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was never really that guy.
Yeah, I also feel like he didn't really have a quarterback though.
Yeah, well, Sam Darnold, he tried.
And then apparently Chase Claypool got like his teammates got onto him because he wasn't like giving 100%.
I'm not surprised. He did ruin that one game for him when he was on that celebration.
Oh, yeah.
Between him and Juju Smith-Schuster. Where's Juju at?
He was the Patriots.
Was on Patriots?
Yeah. No, wait. Yeah,
he is on Patriots.
I think yeah.
Jalen Ramsey, he went to the Dolphins are looking great.
Oh, he's on the Dolphins. Right?
Dolphins are looking amazing.
The Dolphins are looking great, bro.
But other people keep getting hurt too. Freaking Jaden Wild got rocked. I was like, damn. Between him and Tua, they can't catch a break. Luckily, Tua is good right now, but I don't know how that man is still playing football.
For real.
He done been through too many injuries for me to be like, you sure? I would have been like, you sure you want to play? Tua, come on,
bro. Come on.
You man had like 3 concussions and damn near died on the field. It was just too much.
It'd be like that.
That's it.
Speaking about football, I guess I'll go ahead and hop into our first story, which kind of is in the football realm. Let's talk about Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. So, Cowboys reveal artificial intelligent hologram, a version of Jerry Jones. So they this AI has the ability to have full-blown conversations as if you're speaking to an actual human being who runs the football franchise. How in-depth could the conversations with the AI hologram go?
Exactly.
Well, the AI version of Jones could tell you about the real Jones life, what it's like to own the Cowboys, what life was like going to college at the University of Arkansas, and his life, and among other things. If you ever wanted to have a conversation with Jones, now is your chance to do it, apparently. In a video posted online by AT&T Stadium official account on Twitter, also known as Eric's, one person completely apparently he has whenever I start talking
He just keep up on the word. It's so hilarious. He just trying to like skip by like nobody heard it. Like he said, and yeah.
Basically he asks this AI, why did you choose AT&T to be the naming rights partner? And then Jones replies, the reason AT&T Stadium is AT&T Stadium is because to me AT&T was like signing America, and I wanted our Dallas Cowboys, America's team, to be associated with Alexander Graham Bell and AT&T. So
Man. What kind of answer is that?
So how do you feel? Do you think AI is officially taking over, or how would you interact with this?
I don't care about Jerry Jones, bro. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people who care about him, but I just don't. I'm like, I care about Jerry Jones when he leaves.
I saw a TikTok about this. And they were like, they were saying that Jerry Jones is about to die, and this is the way he wants to like live on. And someone else was like, "Bro, I think he's already dead."
I think I was talking to someone about that before too, and I was like, watch this be the way he's like, y'all thought I was gone. Even when I'm gone, my AI is taking over the team. Like, it's gonna be running the team. I wouldn't be surprised if Rich ass probably got some technology out there doing something like that.
I know, for real. That's low key kind of crazy because like they could still. I don't know. This is weird, honestly.
We'll go talk to him and be like, so Mr. Jones, why don't you just let the real coach take over?
Yeah, the Jones family. It's not like someone else is gonna take over the Cowboys. Like it's just going down to their son.
Yeah.
So it's like,
but I think I can deal with Steven a little bit more than I can deal with Jerry. I think Steven at least make that smart decision.
What if you saw like Steven and start like asking this AI Jerry for advice?
The thing is, it is Steven, Jerry Jones. Every question you ask is really Steven Jones on the back end of it, like answering your question.
Well, yeah, I just thought it was interesting. You know how I am about AI. Have you seen that movie?
Iverson?
Have you heard about that movie coming out? I think it came out last week, or it might be coming out this week.
AI Take Over the World.
The creator, whatever.
Oh, I heard about the creator at the Ram Stadium. They had the whole like robot like actors. Like I don't know how they did their head the way they did it. So this shit does look like real AIs or like robots. It's just wild. But yes, no, I haven't. I want to see it. I feel like it'll be a good movie.
I do too. So.
Yeah, Denzel's Washington son in
it. AI is taking over the world. You heard it. You heard it here first.
Well, let's not hope that comes into fruition.
In fact, this is AI Kristen.
It's so good you didn't even know it was me.
Exactly. But it's crazy because that's literally what AI is, though, bro. Like, I don't know.
We knew the world was going to end when they did the whole hologram of Michael Jackson.
Right. The first AI.
And started doing a performance and stuff. But let's move on to our next story. Our next story has to do with, good old Florida. Florida men, Florida women, just Florida in general. But guess what? This Florida couple was charged with child neglect after 15-year-old allegedly arrived at school with cockroaches in backpacks. But it's cockroaches.
Okay, before the podcast started, we had our notes, and I thought cockroach was spelled, roach. Apparently, there's no A.
There's not. It's always been cockroaches. Like you don't hear people saying cockroach too much. Like it's always been cockroaches.
You don't also spell cockroach that much. I don't know. That's what I'm blaming it on. That's my excuse.
Cockroach.
Yeah, I hear what I say, or I don't know.
I hear what I say. I spell what I hear. I hear what I say.
Hey, I was a political science major,
Political science, I feel like you should spell check. He said we got people But a Florida mother and her spouse have been arrested and charged with child neglect. According to WKMG, the couple was taken into custody after the mother's 15-year-old daughter arrived at school with cockroaches in her book bag. Additionally, the teenager was allegedly wearing dirty clothes. It says more details going into charges against the Florida parents. It says according to the outlet, 37-year-old Samantha and 36-year-old Christopher were arrested on Tuesday. They each have been charged with 4 counts of child neglect. Additionally, the outlet reports that Rounds has also been charged with resisting an officer without violence. Damn, that's a thing. Oh yeah, I guess.
I guess
just resisting arrest.
Yeah.
It says county couple is behind bars after deputy found discovered. I was not about to say that word. After deputies discovered 4 children living in deplorable conditions in Daytona. Samantha Acker. That's how you say it?
Yeah,
Acker. Samantha Acker and Christopher Rounds are both facing 4 counts of child neglect. It says the couple is engaged to be married and reside with 4 children. Yeah, blah blah blah. Who cares about all that? Anyways, Vic, do you feel like this family should have been arrested for neglect?
It's interesting because I don't know. The cockroach, like, if it's to a point where she has dirty clothes and like this cockroach, she's open, like, gets a book bag or a book out of her backpack and she opens the book and cockroach just like squirms out. Like, at that point, I think maybe something should happen. Because they're kids. What are they gonna do? They can't just avoid the cockroach. They can't like go live somewhere else. They gotta be around it.
Very true. I was just about to read this other part on here.
I'll go for it.
But it says that the sheriff's office arrived at the couple's house in Daytona on Tuesday, and it says the authorities found the house completely infested with cockroaches and other insects. As that mold, trash, old food, and dirty clothes were all over the residence. It says deputies observed that the area outside the house was covered with over 200 cigarette butts. Additionally, the home's lack of functioning air conditioning left the temperature at 85 degrees. Sheesh. It says the outlet adds that multiple animals were inside the residence and the children's bed sheets were infested with cockroaches and insects. It says, according to the affidavit, Rounds informed officers that the home was in disarray due to financial issues. Meanwhile, Acker reportedly explained that the house was a mess because the kids did not help her keep it clean. However, Acker also reported told authorities that the home was not that bad. It says, according to the affidavit, also cites that the 15-year-old is profoundly deaf and uses only sign language to communicate. However, no one in the house knows sign language to communicate with her. What the heck? That's so messed up. You think about it.
I know.
So she just, and everybody's just like, goes on with their day. Poor child.
I know.
Poor
so many
child.
aspects, bro. Like,
I'm sorry, it's telling people if I like. I'm sorry, I did not mean to offend nobody, but if I throw some gang signs, I apologize. I definitely just started throwing some signs.
I forgot how to say it. I was like, you gotta sign. I'm sorry, but I forgot how to sign it.
Is it that?
I think so. I don't know. No, please.
Thank you. No, thank you. Wakanda forever.
More. Hey, Kristen. But yeah, I also like how they kind of just do that in there at the end. I was like, what's this guy do with the cockroaches? But I mean,
I guess that adds to neglect.
Yeah, for real. Like I said, once you kind of notice this, I think it was definitely was worth like investigating, and I'm glad they did because for what, 4 kids to live like that, like I couldn't imagine, bro.
Can't imagine
Okay,
going
man.
home and being in bed like with cockroaches, bro.
Like I know, like knowing you're gonna have to lay in that shit. Like
I'm curious if the kid, like, when they saw the cockroaches come out the bag, like, was they even phased? Like,
I don't think that's the thing. I don't think they were just so used to it. Like
it's
who,
like, "Ah,
like,
cockroaches."
like who knows how long it's been going on? So
They're like, Jeffrey, come back. Jeffrey, Sarah.
I'm just thinking about like when they're sleeping, bro. Like
Just
that shit like crawling in your face or like
it's sound asleep. Maybe it's comfortable.
don't even, I'm about to throw a cockroach at you. When you
Oh, I
sleep.
never said I like it.
Have you ever like woken up to like a bug?
Yes, I've woken up to a cockroach before,
I think I have to.
and it's like the
I think I'm
scariest
trying to
feeling ever.
forget it, but I think it's somewhere back there,
Man, it's somewhere back there.
like in my memory.
You know, I remember one time I woke up, that cockroach was like right, almost like in front of my face. I freaked out. Like, there's nothing scarier than waking up to that ugly bug in your face, like, or at least in your premises where you can see it. Oh my god, worst thing ever. I'm so happy that we don't have roaches
I know,
anymore.
bro. Like,
And where those days are past us. We're doing well enough in life to not kill
for
cockroaches.
real.
Now we just have grasshoppers everywhere. But they're
I'll take a
outside.
grasshopper anytime over a cockroach, bro.
You know what's worse than a cockroach?
A spider?
A flying cockroach.
Oh, bro. Hey, here in Texas, bro, them hoes huge.
It was just be like, it's just like out of nowhere. You thought you got away from it. Just between those water bugs, June bugs. Oh my goodness, all of them suck.
June bugs, I aren't. Yeah, they're bad, but I don't.
They don't mess with you too much.
Yeah, and they're only in June, so.
I don't think that might be one of the most active, but I don't think they just come around in June. It's like, oh man, my month is gone. Gotta go home.
But yeah, the worst part, like trying to go to sleep after, like it felt like a bug on you, like you get those like phantom bugs. But phantom bugs be real,
Honestly.
Like even when like you come outside from like mosquitoes and shit, and you're inside, you're like still on me. But yeah, but how do you feel about this 15-year-old? Do you think?
Yeah, no, they need to learn sign language. That poor child.
It really is sad, honestly.
Like nobody cared enough to try to learn some sign language. It's wild.
And I really hope like I wonder if something happened to where she became like that and stuff.
Like she got roaches in her ears.
That's what I'm thinking, bro. Like
It could.
that
That's
shit
a
will fuck you up.
possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely could be a possibility.
But what is she? What is it? She's deaf and used only. I don't know.
It was saying that she's like partly deaf, like partially,
Oh,
and but she only uses sign.
Yeah, but I guess that being said, I'm gonna hop on to this next story. About seafood.
Seafood.
You're a seafood lover, aren't you?
I love seafood.
Well,
You
not
like
after
seafood?
not after this story.
Well, this story ain't gonna ever change anything.
So the headline reads: Sketchy seafood. Texas man passes away after contracting flesh-eating bacteria from raw oysters. Do you like oysters?
Nope. I like fried.
You like
And Kayla
raw
brought
oysters?
me. No. That's one thing I won't do is fucking raw. I've done it once and I didn't see the point, and I never done it again. We'll go through the story and then I'll go through my story.
Okay.
But I do like charboiled oysters. Those are really good. Kayla put me onto that. Basically, cooked oysters on a grill, but charboiled, delicious. They're actually really good.
Hard pass. Anyways, an unnamed man in Galveston County, Texas, has lost his life after eating raw oysters and getting infected with Vibrio pulmonicus. I feel like I pronounced that pretty good, right?
Yeah, yes. I feel like that's actually really good.
Which the CDC notes can lead to necrotism.
Who? You said Negro? Necro?
Necrotism fasciitis. aka
a flesh eating disease.
a flesh eating disease. Okay,
That said Negro.
about to get canceled. According to the statement from the Galveston County Health District, the man passed away from the bacteria infection shortly after consuming raw oysters. Goes on talking about how infections typically result in stomach pain and diarrhea. But regarding the descendant he described as being in a 30 to 40-year age range, I guess they don't know his age yet. And they just
The world may never know.
where was I at? I lost my spot. But I think I read somewhere. Yeah, they said that he had underlying health conditions, but I don't think that would have helped anything, regardless. But
Well, if anything, it made it worse.
yeah, but I think whether he had those conditions or not, I feel like it would have. He still would have passed away. I mean, it's flesh eating, bro. Like, I don't know how healthy. You know, you get what I'm
Yeah, sure.
saying. So yeah, I'm not gonna read too much more of the story because it's kind of random information. But what was your story?
My story. My story was basically about the oysters thing. So I've had oysters. I've had raw oysters before. I've had raw. I've had cooked. I have charboiled. I would do cooked and I would do charboiled. But raw, no way, Jose. But the reason is I was at that time I was dating an ex and we were like
You dated someone before, okay?
children. I was dating my ex, and they took me. I think like her and her family. When we went to like some restaurant, and they're like, try some oysters, like raw oysters. I'm just like, I'm not sure. And they're like, it's actually really good. Just try it. I was like, they got a whole tray of them, and I'm like, okay. So do I chew it or something? It's like, no, that's the thing. You don't chew it. I was like, then what the fuck am I doing with these? Like, if you can't chew them, what? He's like, no, you just slurp it and like basically just take the whole thing down, like a shot. And it was like, yeah, and do it. All it felt like was like having mucus just run down your throat. Just imagine just mucus, just it's taking a shot of that. There's no like, it doesn't make sense because you try not to taste it, and they're like, oh, it tastes even better if you add hot sauce and lime. No, it's like adding hot sauce and lime to like boogers, bro. Like that's what I felt like, bro. It's just I don't know. That whole experience was just stupid. Oysters, I was a hard pass. Like raw oysters, hard pass. But honestly, with raw fish in general or raw seafood, it does come with all the like underlining capabilities of possible,
Yeah.
diseases and bacteria. If it's not stored correctly, you can get sick from it. If it like heats and then cools down and heats again, like that could be bad for seafood. So I'm not surprised that this happened too much.
So would you ever like
No.
catch a fish and cook it yourself?
Yeah, I would. I would have to learn how to gut a fish. I don't know. I feel like the gutting process is kind of that hard. I could gut a fish. This when you start gutting like animals, I think that'd be hard.
Yeah. Whenever we were at the beach with her family over like 2 weekends ago, they caught a catfish. Like they were gonna just they were just gonna put it in the freezer, which I think is what you usually do. But somehow they convinced her to like kill the catfish first. And so like she's like over there like stabbing it, and like Ava's like looking like what the fuck. She's trying to
sue. Leslie killed it.
No, her sister.
Okay, I'm like murderers. It's like, how did she kill it? Like, it's the spawn of Jason right there.
No, but like to make it worse, like whenever we got back to like the RV, yeah, the Leslie's brother-in-law was like gonna cut it and fillet and cook it and whatnot. But he said as soon as he like filleted it and all the blood was coming out, like a whole swarm of mosquitoes just like took over and like,
oh dang,
yeah, because mosquitoes were rough out there. So he was like, yeah, we can't eat this shit now.
like, well, it just throws it back into the ocean.
But yeah, I'm not really big on seafood. I'm coming around a little bit. Got try some lobster.
Seafood's delicious.
What is calamari?
Lobster, bro. Huh?
Calamari.
Calamari is like octopus or squid. One of these.
No, I can do calamari. I like that.
It's like a fried squid or
And shit,
octopus.
fried anything. Shit, fried catfish.
Or catfish fire, bro. I need to make some.
You do, and you invite me over when you do.
Make sure I make it before you come.
Right.
Be like, sorry, Vic, I already had it.
Aw.
I want to try something new with some catfish, but yeah. But yeah. What the hell are we talking about?
This flesh-eating bacteria.
Okay.
Seafood. I don't know.
Seafood's delicious, bro. I don't like lobster too much. Actually, like it's a bougie food that it just doesn't taste that good to me. Like if you want something like I feel like crab tastes so much better than lobster. Crab, crawfish. Crawfish is just a lot of work to get the meat, but it is really tasty if it's cooked right. Shrimp, can't go wrong with shrimp.
I could do shrimp. Sometimes the texture gets to me. But yeah, grilled shrimp, that'd be hitting.
Anyway, I guess we're done with that story.
I just don't like working like with. That's my problem with seafood. A lot of times, like, oh, you gotta take off the tail, or you gotta crack open the thing. It's like,
It's a
bro.
lot of work, but it is a very tasty meat. Whenever we get to it, I don't know if we have time for this last one. I really can't see the time over there.
We just
like 45 maybe. Yeah, we got some time.
Oh.
I'll read it real quick. Okay, so this last story is about Atlanta. So Atlanta Public Schools investigate a high school football staff after volunteer coach is filmed punching a student athlete. It says that the investigation follows the footage of a coach physically assaulting a player during a game. It says, according to Atlanta's News First, the initial incident regarding the alleged assault of a student athlete by a football coach occurred on Saturday. It says the incident reportedly happened during the first quarter of the Mays High School versus Douglas County football game at Midtown High School in Atlanta. The outlet reports that before the incident, the coach was seen yelling at the player. And then in the footage, the coach is seen punching the player, who appears to be in visible pain and doubles over. According to the outlet, the coach was identified as Carl Sledge, and he was removed from the sidelines by police and taken into custody. A spokesperson shared a statement with the outlet regarding the incident, the coach's detainment, and his subsequent charges. It says a late coach for Mays High School who is not a classroom instructor is in police custody after the incident occurred at the sideline game during a school's game this afternoon against Douglas County High. The late coach will be charged with simple battery and face administrative charges from the district. So Vic, what are you feeling? You feel like this was warranted?
Kids these days too soft. No, yeah, I mean, obviously you don't want to like punch you. Maybe punching is a little too far.
Yeah.
But obviously you don't want to be like soft on them. Like it's football. Like they're getting hit every play. Like they can't handle like, you know.
They go out there and be like, he basically probably went out there and told him, if you don't hit them, I'm gonna hit you. And he probably didn't go out there and hit him, so he hit him. He was like, damn, I did this in front of parents.
I told you to secure the damn ball. But yeah, I mean, it seems like the coach kind of just let the emotion gets to him too much, and kind of went a little over, stepped over the boundary, I guess, a little bit. But I mean,
well, Vic, you play sports. Did you ever have a coach be rough to you?
no, but I also wasn't on very many good teams.
Oh,
my mom was a coach one time, so she was.
Your mom's not rough at all.
Never know. I'm trying to think. No, most of my coaches were chill.
Vic said the most that's ever happened to him is he's been made to run to the third pole. He had to run third pole in band.
And then they took that away, didn't they?
Yeah, now they can't do that. That's technically some type of abuse now.
Hey, I'm just saying.
On one hand, I do think that kids are a lot softer now than we were back in the day. And shit, even before us, we were softer than our people before us. But shit, like 2 generations ago, like punching somebody in the stomach would definitely been like warranted. Nowadays, you can't even touch a student, let alone punch somebody. So the fact that the coach felt like he could do that, he was wild. But
Definitely probably an older coach.
yeah, most definitely. But I know when I was playing football, like they used to grab us by helmets a lot.
Oh
And kind of
yeah,
like,
yeah.
kind of jerk you around from that. And shit, that was when I was in fucking
Yeah, I can't imagine they do that shit anymore.
yeah. I'm pretty
Especially
sure they
with all
probably
like,
still do it, but they don't do it as much. I don't know. It's like they have to find a new way to get these guys to be tough, but also in a like a kind way.
yeah, and it's imagine it's hard for coaches nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you kind of do it? You know,
Because they used to be able to grab you by the jerseys and kind of push you down and stuff
shit.
like that. And now
Make
it's kind of
the
just
up
like,
downs and
yeah.
shit.
Now it's just like if you do too much,
Shit,
now
now if it's too hot, you can't practice kind
yeah.
of shit. So,
Which luckily a lot of facilities are starting to like get indoor facilities for that reason. But but obviously it's crazy. But there's one thing I want to talk to you about. I know you've been hearing about this incident about players versus the field.
oh yeah.
How do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like all the fields should be turned to grass versus turf?
I feel like, I mean, if you're hearing these players say, you know, hey, grass this, grass that, you know, if this injury happened because it was on a turf kind of thing, like, what are the benefits? What are the benefits of turf? Do you know? Like,
I think it's easier to maintain, and I think that's like the biggest thing. It's easier to maintain. It looks prettier. Um, but I think that's the biggest thing.
I feel like it's not good enough reason for me. Like, just maintain it better. You know, like you're probably gonna these people who do maintain grass are probably get paid a lot. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly. So that's what a lot of players were saying. Like, they're like, you guys would come out here and basically rip up the floor for soccer players, but then make us play on turf. And it's like, why do I care about them more than I care about us? One, surprisingly, I think soccer actually makes more money than their international sport in football. But yeah, it's a good question. It probably causes a lot of like, injuries and stuff like that. A lot of these injuries are coming off of just how slippery turf can be. So it's just, if you think about turf in general, what is turf? Turf is really just like a lot of rubber balls or a lot of little rubber pellets inside of like a plastic field, basically. It's not meant really to be out here just running on like that as much as football players probably do, and I can understand that.
Yeah, especially with like the sharp
cuts and
turns
stuff
and
like
shit
that.
like that.
It can't be good for your legs. So, that's why Aaron Rodgers has a messed up,
Yeah,
Achilles now.
and because I know Dak was saying that he prefers grass, and they were like, "Oh, Michael Parsons said, you know, he'll play on cement if he could, whatever." And it's like, "Oh, well, he's young," kind of thing. So I feel like that's also a factor. Like, you know, when you're young, your body moves. But once you hit that certain age, it's kind of like
And
getting
then,
harder.
and then also at the same time, like even with that being said, shoot, even Micah has been in almost like injured just because of the field. We see him slip and stuff like that. But as a defensive player, that doesn't affect you as much as an offensive player because offensive players have to do more cutting and stuff like that. As for defensive players, they just got to cover it. So it obviously like from a defense end, all he's worrying about is hitting somebody, but the other person's trying to avoid, which means they have to cut, juke, and stuff like that more. So honestly, I feel like if the majority of players are saying, "Hey, go with the grass field," I feel like they should, do that.
Yeah,
Especially if it's actually causing less injuries. Like,
yeah, and it's like obviously, I mean, you know, it kind of always goes back to, you know, it's all about the money. So these owners probably looking for the cheap way out. But like, do you want your star quarterback to get hurt and then that season's over for you basically just because you don't want to pay a little extra for actual grass? So,
which is like funny, like weird. I won't say funny, but like Odell Beckham when he got hurt on the Super Bowl game. Was it Super Bowl? Super Bowl game?
Oh, he did get hurt at Super Bowl, yeah.
When he was playing with the Rams. And he slipped. He had they were talking about a part in the field. I think it was the NFL logo thing, and they were saying people were slipping on it to begin with. They said they had literally just probably like freshly painted that like maybe a couple days before or something like that, and it was like noticeable. And they were saying that somebody on Cause they were playing the Tampa Bay, right? I think.
In the Super Bowl? Or what
Yeah, who were they playing in the Super Bowl? The Bengals? No?
Yeah.
Was it Bengals?
Yeah. It was Bengals.
I think one of the Bengals player had told people when they were running down the field or something like that, he felt the field. He felt that part of the field, and he told them, he was like, "Hey, y'all watch out for that spot." He was like, "That's a really bad spot, so try to avoid it at all costs. If you do run on it or run past it, like be cautious of it." And lo and behold, that's when Odell Beckham tore his ACL, I believe, or MCL, one of the two. So it's crazy, that these people are really getting hurt off of these things.
Yeah. Well, it'd be like that, unfortunately. Which I mean, hopefully the NFL. I mean, they're trying to get more about player safety, so hopefully they do something about that. But
we'll see. But that is all we have for the stories today. Vic, you want to go ahead and close this out?
yeah, make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at nowhearmeout.kv.
KV.
Go ahead and email us any stories, comments, concerns, questions at nowhearmeout.kv.
KV.
At gmail.com. And then go ahead and follow and subscribe on our YouTube at Kristen Vic, NHMO.
NHMO.
Go ahead and leave us 5 stars on iTunes.
5 stars.
Follow me on TikTok at WeirdVic_flips. Follow us on TikTok at Now Hear Me Out Podcast. And make sure to check out our spread shop at nowhearmeout.myspreadshop.com.
Cool. And you guys can follow me on anything, everything at Beast Mode Chris, where the E's are threes. That's Beast Mode Chris, where the E's are threes. On Twitch, TikTok, YouTube. I just started some YouTube shorts. So I'm trying to do it all. And make sure you guys are checking out Vic's stuff as well. He's doing great on TikTok. And, we need to start working on our TikTok again because we haven't done that in a minute. But yes, thank you guys for tuning in, showing up, showing out like always. I love you guys, and we'll catch y'all next time. We are out of here. Peace.